What really happens when older men turn 80? 7 things every senior man and family should know. Turning 80 years old is not just a number. It is not just another candle on the cake. It is the crossing of a threshold that very few men reach, and those who do carry with them the weight of decades, the wisdom of survival, and the fragility of a body that has worked hard through the storms of time. For many families, celebrating an 80th birthday is a joyful milestone. Yet behind the laughter and the cake, there are quiet realities, changes in body, mind, and relationships that both the man himself and his loved ones must acknowledge. So what really happens when a man turns 80? What truths unfold when a father, grandfather, or great-grandfather reaches this sacred age? Let's walk through the 7 most important things every senior man and his family should know. 1. The body slows, but the soul shines brighter. At 80, the body often feels like an old clock, still ticking, but sometimes needing careful winding. Energy is not the same. Stamina is not what it once was. Walking long distances, climbing stairs, or lifting heavy things may bring aches that linger longer. But here's the paradox. While the body slows down, the soul grows stronger. An 80-year-old man has seen wars, marriages, losses, victories, and countless mornings of rising again. His spirit carries a depth of calm that youth cannot understand. This is why many older men say, "I don't run fast anymore, but I walk with wisdom. I may not work with my hands, but I work with my heart." Families should know this truth. Never measure him only by what his body can no longer do. See the brightness in his soul. Value his words, his presence, his wisdom. 2. The circle of friends narrows. By the time a man turns 80, many of his childhood friends, neighbors, or colleagues may no longer be alive. The circle of friendship becomes smaller, and sometimes he feels the quiet ache of being the last one standing. Loneliness is one of the greatest challenges for men in their 80s. Conversations are fewer. Phone calls slow down. Old memories of laughter at tea stalls, cricket grounds, or long evenings of debates come back like ghosts of a different time. Yet, this shrinking circle is also a reminder. The family becomes his most important anchor. Grandchildren running around the house, children calling often, even neighbors stopping by. All of this fills the space that lost friends leave behind. So, if you have an 80-year-old man in your life, be his friend. Don't just be his son or grandson. Be his companion. 3. Memory becomes selective. At 80, memory is like a library where some books remain sharp and polished, while others gather dust. He may forget what he ate yesterday but vividly recall his first bicycle, the smell of his mother's kitchen, or the day he held his newborn child. This is not always a disease. It is simply how the brain ages, prioritizing deep, emotional memories over trivial details. Families should not get frustrated when he repeats the same story again and again. That story is not just words. It is his way of keeping his life alive. Psychologists call this reminiscence therapy. Telling and retelling stories actually protects the mind. So instead of cutting him short, listen. Smile. Ask questions. Because one day, those stories will be the only inheritance you wish you had asked more about. 4. Health challenges knock louder. At 80, the body carries the weight of time. The joints complain, digestion slows, sleep changes, and hearing may fade. Some men develop chronic conditions, heart issues, blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis. Others may face more serious illnesses. This is the reality. Every system of the body becomes more delicate. But here is the hopeful side: modern medicine, a good diet, and gentle exercise can extend both life and quality of life. Families should focus not only on adding years to life, but also on adding life to years. Encourage him to take short walks even if slow, eat light but nourishing food, drink water even if he forgets, keep regular medical checkups. At 80, small health habits matter more than ever. 5. The value of respect and dignity grows. One of the deepest fears of older men is losing dignity. They don't want to be treated like children. They don't want to feel useless or ignored. At 80, he may no longer earn money, fix things around the house, or carry heavy bags. But what he craves is respect. Respect for his opinions, even if times have changed. Respect for his independence, even if he walks slowly. Respect for his presence, even if he sits quietly in a corner. For the family, this is a sacred duty. Speak gently, listen patiently, and honor him not for what he does, but for who he is, the man who built the foundation you now stand upon. 6. Emotional sensitivity increases. Contrary to the tough image of older men, many become more sensitive at 80. Small things touch their hearts. A kind word, a child's laughter, an old photograph. Some may even cry more easily than before. Why? Because when you reach 80, you realize how fleeting life is. Every smile, every hug, every sunrise feels like a gift. Families should not mistake this sensitivity for weakness. In fact, it is a sign of emotional maturity. After all, what is the point of living 80 years if you cannot allow yourself to feel deeply? Encourage him to express emotions. Let him say, "I love you." Let him shed a tear. It is not shame, it is humanity at its purest. 7. The awareness of time becomes clearer. Perhaps the greatest change at 80 is this: the awareness of limited time. Younger men plan for decades, but an 80-year-old man plans for seasons. He lives with the quiet knowledge that each year is a gift, not a guarantee. This awareness often changes his outlook. He wants peace more than arguments. He values presence more than presence. He treasures today more than tomorrow. Families should understand this shift. Don't waste time in quarrels, ego battles, or long silences. Give him what he truly wants: your presence, your laughter, your love. A closing reflection. When a man turns 80, he is not just celebrating age, he is celebrating survival. He has walked through decades most will never see. Yes, his steps may be slower. His voice may tremble. His memory may wander. But behind those wrinkles lies a man who fought through life's storms and still stands. For families, the greatest gift you can give him is time, respect, and love. Not expensive gifts, not loud parties, just presence, just listening, just being there. Because when he looks around at 80, what he truly wants to see is not the calendar, but the faces of those he loves. White heavy checkmark. These are the 7 truths about turning 80, realities that every senior man and his family should know. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.